Hey, good afternoon and welcome to EliteHealthOnline.com. My name is Clay, co-owner of EliteHealthOnline.com. Today we have Sadia. She's a lead
Hi.
pharmacist at Texas Star Pharmacy. Welcome, Sadia.
Thank you so much.
Great to have you today.
Yep.
So today's conversation is not meant to diagnose or treat any specific condition. However, it is for educational purposes only. And Sadia, today I'm pretty excited because there's been a number of patients I'm sure we've all talked to, or people out there. They know they need a hormone replacement therapy or testosterone replacement therapy, but the thought of injections is just more than they can handle. Scared to death
Right.
of needles and not going to go there. We know the downsides of creams. We have other recordings on that. There's certainly an option. They're tough in the summer with lots of sweat. They can rub off and get onto partners and pets and babies. And recently, I know that you're going to probably educate us that oral troches was originally probably been around for a long time, but a lot of folks are not aware that there is an oral option. And that we do offer that at elitehealthonline.com. It's very simple to follow. There are some specific steps they need to take to make sure they get this dosing correct. But talk to us today about the safety, the efficacy, the
Yes,
benefit of the oral testosterone for someone who is anti doing injections, and what would they
exactly.
experience?
Yeah. So, testosterone is simply something that is available in a variety of dosage forms. I just want to give a little touch to that. Specifically, intranasal is another option in the beginning given, topical, oral, in female patients, vaginal application. And recently, there's a discussion going on about the use of testosterone as eye drop for dry eyes. So
Oh
like
wow.
there's a lot more, just to mystery to this molecule of testosterone. But going to this option of oral, or more specifically buccal or
Hmm.
sublingual troches, because orally when given, a lot of it goes through liver biotransformation, and more than 50% of the drug actually gets destroyed or eliminated. So it's not even useful. But the buccal route, which is between the cheek and the gum, those lozenges, commonly known as troches, when are put together, it takes about good 3 to 5 minutes for it to completely absorb. The advantage or disadvantage, we can go both, a little bit of pros and cons on that. Of course, there is no injection site, and so there is no twice a week or 3 times a week or once a week. But the main thing is, in order to maintain consistent blood levels, it has to be taken daily, and not only daily, but into 2 to 3 divided doses. So in that way, like majority of the time, 50 milligram, let's say, is the most prescribed and the most dispensed dosage form. And it's taken half troche in the morning and half troche in the evening type, schedule. It has significantly higher absorption when it's compared with oral, because used to be available a long time ago, and every now and then in the pharmacy world we do see prescriptions called in for oral capsules, but it's not really a commonly practiced these days by anti-aging and functional doctors. So when you see those practitioners, they have more of customized routes that gives better bioavailability. So yes, it has better bioavailability. Yes, it's when it's placed between cheeks and gum, it gets into the circulation directly and avoids any liver inactivation. And of course, the only disadvantage is you have to keep the troche someone easily accessible. Let's say if you're at work or at home, because now you have to take it minimum 2 times a day. Also, what you have taken before, like food or drink or anything, and sometime after, it is recommended to avoid any type of intake 30 to 40 minutes prior and post, because it can affect the absorption of the testosterone from the site of administration to the circulation. So
Okay.
just like females are very commonly used to of using troches in the form of progesterone. But the thing is, with the progesterone, it's only 1 time a day at bedtime. You take it, you go to bed. So there is no transmission. If you're sharing drinks or other, intimate moments, you don't have to worry about any transfer of, hormone to the partner.
Okay.
and stuff. So these are
So
the two
Sadia,
things.
definitely some things to consider before you just jump into the oral route. It's not or the troche route. It's not just swallowing a pill. It's got
Yes.
just has to go into the buccal area, stay there for 30 minutes, no food or water for 45 minutes after or before. So there's some parameters. But for that person that is not going to do injections yet suffering from low testosterone, this is an alternative. Will they get the same benefits as an injection once we get their dosing right? And if they're taking a high enough dose, will they get the same outcomes as someone who does injections or creams?
Yeah. So one thing I want to make sure, like when the troche is placed, it takes about 3 to 5 minutes for it to completely dissolve.
Mhm.
And then after that, 30 minutes of no food or, water intake.
Right.
Uh, Absorption wise, it really varies. It really varies. So basically, when someone is taking an injectable route, there is 95 to 100% absorption into the circulation.
Hmm.
And it has a longer shelf biological half life. The time period it stays in the body versus when it's given, troche route. Let's say someone is in a hurry, they put it in the buccal area, and 1 minute later they had to do something, and they chew it and dissolved, swallowed it basically. So right there, the absorption is not going to be at its peak. So there are a lot of variables when given through buccal route, but if it's taken according to instructions and at the dose, they're prescribed, it should give them very close results when compared with the injectable dosage form. Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you, Sadia. We wanted to definitely educate our potential patients and patients on the different options injections, creams, oral troches. We have something that can fit everyone's needs. There's just a few things to consider. Ultimately,
Yes.
all these price very similarly. At Elite Health Online, we do 6 month visits. So we'll do initial lab work. 6 months later, do some follow up lab work. We do offer additional testing 4 to 6 weeks after you start therapy to see where you are if that's something you're interested in. But we can definitely fix you up in any of these routes if you need it. So hit us up at elitehealthonline.com. Click on book telehealth appointment. There you can schedule your appointment with the provider. Or if you need more information about pricing and how the program works, click on speak with a specialist. There you can talk to a hormone optimization specialist, learn everything you need about the program, and ultimately get signed up that way as well. So again, thank you for being with us today, Sadia. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Awesome.